Hi there. My name is Lindsay Nussbaum, and I am so deeply sorry that I'm not able to be at the memorial in person today for Jim. He was my theater teacher from 1992 to 1996, and he was my friend and mentor after that. And Mary asked me back in March to give his eulogy, but I just underwent major knee surgery, and I live in Houston, and my doctor didn't think it would be a good idea for me to drive the 4 hours to Kerrville and back, given the situation that I'm in right now, and I'm so upset about it. But that being said, I did write a eulogy for Jim, and I wanted to share it with you all today. And so here is sort of my love letter to Mr. Boman. It was August 1992, the first day of my freshman year of high school. Like many high school freshmen, I felt lost and confused entering this new stage of my life. Stuck somewhere between the cool kids and the artsy kids, I didn't quite feel like I fit into any one box. Elkins High School had just been completed, and the vast building was new to all of us. I shuffled from class to class, feeling a bit overwhelmed and scared about the daunting year that lay in front of me. Then fourth period hit. Theater class. Being a student of the Humphrey School of Musical Theater since I was 8 years old, signing up for theater as my freshman elective was a natural choice. I walked into a classroom adorned with theater posters encompassing the cold concrete walls. I took a seat at the table in the center of the classroom and waited for my classmates and teacher to enter. While sitting there, I took inventory of the classroom. I couldn't help but smile as I stared at the theatrical masks, glitter, and flair that enveloped each of the four walls. Slowly, students began filing into the room, taking their seats among me. Small talk ensued. The bell rang and we sat waiting for our teacher to enter. Silence. Then the door flung open and in walked the most energetic hummingbird of a man I had ever seen. I lost my spot. Our young eyes followed him as he walked from the door to the stage at the front of the room. Stepping up and taking center stage, we were mesmerized as he spoke. Welcome to Theater One. I'm Mr. Boman, your theater teacher. An aroma of cologne mixed with cool cigarettes filled the air, a scent we would come to know and associate with him for years to come. As he spoke, we watched and listened. Small in stature, his personality and hand gestures were anything but. His long-sleeved button-down shirt and conservative charcoal slacks gave the illusion he was buttoned up and like most high school teachers. But his crazy tie covered in theater tickets told a different story. A wave of warmth swept over the room, filling me with an ease I hadn't felt all day. As he spoke of his class curriculum and what the year would entail, I found myself feeling excited about high school for the first time. Looking around at my classmates, I noticed they all looked happier than they had before. We listened to every word he said. When Mom picked me up that afternoon, the first thing I told her was, I just met my favorite teacher of all time. Jim Boman was my high school theater teacher. He was my theater director. He was my mentor. And next to my parents, I loved him more than any other adult in my young life. Spending copious hours with him during the school day, after school, on weekends, and on summer trips to thespian conventions, he couldn't help but make one of the biggest impacts on me during my formative years. His tough love approach to teenagers made us love and respect him unlike any other person on the planet. He had a knack for pulling out the best in his students and young actors, helping us reach our highest potential both on and off the stage. As I got older, he inspired me to pursue theater in college and beyond. When I moved to New York City following my graduation from UT, I called him frequently for advice about auditioning for off-Broadway shows. When my mom passed away in 2005, he was the first person I asked to give her eulogy, as he knew my mom as well as my family did. And no one could do her memory justice like he could. He was a voice of reason in my head when mom was gone, as his tough love approach translated into advice about my dating life, family life, and career, making him not only my mentor, but a best friend, a family member. I love Jim Boman so, so much. So sitting here and giving his eulogy at his memorial is bittersweet for me. On the one hand, I'm so touched, Mary, that you would ask me to speak today on his behalf. Truly. On the other hand, I'm just sad. Yes, death is a natural part of life, but that doesn't mean the pain I feel for him no longer being here is not strong. Without Jim Boman in this world, our energetic hummingbird is gone. And that said, I will keep his spirit alive by talking about him and sharing all the amazing stories I keep near and dear to my heart. I'm so sorry that I can't be there with you today, but I hope this painted a picture of what my fellow thespians and I felt about him during our time underneath his tutelage and guidance. He was so wonderful and so missed, but I have no doubt that he is up there looking down at all of us, and I feel his presence and I take comfort in that. Love to you all.